Welcome back. Well, today is day 2 of not only the new year, but of dry January. So if you're looking to put that booze aside for the next 30 or so days, an Oregon brewery has concocted a flavor-filled way for you to raise a pint, but yet stay alcohol-free. Cam O'Connor is the brewmaster at Crux Fermentation Project, joining us live this morning to tell us about the NA options there. Appreciate the time. Good morning.
Good morning, Travis. How are you doing today? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and happy dry January. You know, I don't feel as guilty saying that to somebody at a brewery as I used to because there's so many options these days in the NA world. What's it been like to navigate this non-alcoholic space over at Crux?
It's been a pretty amazing road for us. We started this project in December of 2020. We did our first test brew over at our production facility. You know, it took a couple brews to get going, and we learned a lot in those brews that we dumped. And, you know, we really went to market with this product. It was our Nomo IPA, which is called a Nomo River Refresher now, in May of 2021. So we really got the project done real quick, and it was very successful for us.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen your Nomo beers at you know, restaurants, and I've seen them at sporting events from time to time. You know, they really are, they're out there and everywhere. Tell us about the flavor profile of, you know, we have a few different options here in the studio that we're going to highlight, including some of your newer ones. How do you go about creating this and crafting this flavor without the alcohol content in your NA beers?
You know, we have a lot of experience making real beer too, so we have these profiles that we already have in our real beer, and we kind of transitioned those to our NA products with different hops and different malts and different flavors. You know, the River Refresher, right, really kind of a traditional West Coast IPA with Citra and Mosaic hops, and then we have the Nomo Sunset Summit Hazy that has some Brew One hops in it, really tropical, and then we got our, you know, our Alpine Opry Hoppy Red here that's, you know, Cascade and Amarillo, nice malty red ale. So we just had some great experiences with our traditional, you know, full strength beers, and we kind of transitioned those techniques into these NA products with dry hopping and, you know, making malty products as well.
I love it. I mean, you know, what's fun is, you know, on these Thirsty Thursday segments, we don't typically get to drink beer on the morning show. We have a no drinking at work policy, but I get to try a sip of this. So I'm going to dive on in here. This is the River Refresher IPA that I get to try here.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was the first one we released, you know.
That's amazing.
For the last 4 years, and we try to make it taste like real beer as best we can.
It's really pretty impressive, and I feel like, you know, these kinds of movements have come so far along the way, and you're right at the top of the list too, being able to sip on something like an IPA, still get the flavor and not have to deal with the alcohol if you're trying to do dry January or sober October. Well, how have these kinds of movements changed your philosophy? Because again, you know, I have been known to sip on a few alcoholic Crux beers from time to time, but it's pretty impressive to have these options with you as well.
Yeah, it's a great option. You know, as far as planning for this, it's the winter time is a little slower on the production facility side. So especially like dry January, we have to fill the pipeline. So this fits into our brewing schedule really well. You know, we don't have all of our tanks full right now, and we're just, like I said, filling the pipeline to get ready for dry January, which is a really busy month for us for our NA products.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So if somebody's looking for your NA beers out there, Kim, where can they find you?
We're in all the major chains, you know, especially in Oregon and Washington. A little bit more better distribution in Oregon for sure, but you'll find us at bars and restaurants as well for the NA option. And yeah, you know, Safeway, Fred Meyer, Costco, we're in all the major chains in the state. Albertsons.
All the big ones. That's great. Well, it's pretty impressive to be able to maintain that level of flavor. And I'm looking at the cans right now, 30 calories. So, hey, maybe that's also a motivating factor. If you're looking to limit the calories and still be able to drink an IPA, this is a great way to do it. Cam, I don't know how you've done it, but the flavor is in there. I promise. I've just tried it here on the show to everybody at home. Raise a pint to that. Cam, appreciate the time.
Right on. Here, I got a little of the Alfred.
Oh, there you go.
Right here.
We'll clink. Little virtual clink here on the show. Boom. There you go. Cam, appreciate the time. I am going to take another sip because I'm allowed to here this time. All right, Crux has 2 locations, one in Bend, of course, and another one in the Rose City. You can go check them out or visit cruxfermentation.com. That is pretty delicious.